Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of the jQuery Basics course of Race Karate. Before continue, go to racekarate.com and uh, to the article. Well, actually the article is in here in the video or in the description. You will find the link. Go there, of course, subscribe to our newsletter and as always, follow us on Twitter at Race Karate. At Race Karate, we're also follow me as at Bastion Valandia. Follow us on Facebook too. And if you want to see more photos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is to solve the J challenge of the previous lesson. It was about okay. If we go to let's open in a preview what we have already. Well, let's open this. Okay, if you go here and you click one of these images, you can see that we can't close this overlay. So what I'm gonna do is to make the overlay close once we click again to the overlay. So this is pretty simple. If you could not achieve it, don't worry, we are just learning. So let me show you how you can solve the challenge. Well, so here I have a jQuery selector, so we can select, well, actually, we can just say the overlay. So we can select the overlay here, and then we can say dot click. Well, we don't need the parentheses, and you can then, well, let's create here the function handler of the event. And here, what we can do is just close the I can say overlay dot hide. So take a look what I'm gonna do. When we first open the page, let's reload this. The overlay is hidden, so we can click anywhere, and we are not clicking the overlay. Once we click one of the images, the overlay shows up. Okay, so we can right now we can just click the overlay because we actually here we are what is it here we are getting the event of click in the overlay, and we once we get the click in the overlay we can just hide it like this. So let's see if it works. Great, it is working. It is working. So we, as you can see, we can now just click and the overlay is closed. Great. So this was the how you could solve the J challenge. If you could solve it, drop us a line on Twitter with the hashtag J challenge. If you couldn't, don't worry. Drop us a line on Twitter. We just want you to participate in our community. So let's continue with this lesson. The next thing we're going to do is to add another feature to the overlay. That's gonna be a caption. Okay. So a caption is just we will add just a title to the image or our subtitle just below the image using a caption. Okay. So let's see how we can do that. Um, let's see. Well, so what we are going to use for the caption is going to be the alt attribute of the image. We can here add any text we want, anything or whatever. Okay, but we just let it like this, image one, just for know which image we are getting the alt. So the thing we'll need to do when we get the click event, we are just actually getting this object, this jQuery object. So we need to get the image within that event handler and then get the alt attribute. Once we get the alt attribute, we can just add this text to the caption. So the first thing we're going to do is create another jQuery object for the caption, and this is gonna be another jQuery object that will contain just a p. Okay, so we have here just a p element, and then the next thing we need to is to, okay, great, we are going to append this caption just below the image. So we first append the image and append at the object at the end of the parent. Okay, so it we need to first add the image and then add the caption if we want the text to appear below the image and not up. Okay, so we have here the overlay that append, and we here have the caption, so we can add the caption right now. Well, once we get the caption, we are going to do what I told you about, get the add text. So we have here the click event, and this add symbol represents the context that is actually the anchor tag we get, what that was clicked. So the next thing we need to do is to, well, we get here the image, the overlay, and then we want now to add to well, let's see, image. We need to get the children, or because right now we are getting just this, but with jQuery we can get the children that will be this object, the image object or the image tag attribute of in HTML. So let's see how we can do that. Going to the documentation, and here if you go here to traversing, now we have here the children method. Okay, great. So we have here the children, and let's see how it works. It just works as a selector. So if we check an example here, let's see some examples. You can see that we can just get, let's see another example. This example is great. So as you can see, we get the div that is going to be this, and with the children we pass a selector and we get all the childrens that have that class. So we get here the p and this div using this. So let's see how we can get this image object using jQuery once, because we are getting the link and not the image. So we can say the following. So let's just name it caption, and this is going to be equal to the current object. That's going, the context is the link, and we're going to get its children, and we pass in a selector that will be the emg. So because in css you can just pass the name of the tag in html, and we can select by that. Okay, great. So we are right now we have here the anchor element, and we are getting its children, all its emg children, and it only has one. So we are getting actually right now the image. The next thing we want to do, we already saw this, is we want to get the text of the alt attribute. Okay, so we just need to say attr and the name of the attribute we want of the image. That's going to be alt. Great. Right now we have the text, so we now need to add that text into our caption. So we can say just, well, let's see how we can add text or change or update text in in jQuery objects. So let's see where we can do that. Okay, so we can just go to the documentation, and if we go to manipulation, and we are going to look just below, we need something that has something to do with text. Here we have the text. So I get combines text contents of each element instead of matched elements, including the descendants. Okay, great. So with this text function, we can get the text of a jQuery object, or we can set that text. As you can see here, we can just set, and we can pass in a string, number, or boolean. So we can just say the following. We can just say caption the text, and within this we want to add the alt text that we got in the previous line. So we just pass in the variable called caption. So right now with this we are just adding the text to within these p elements, or this jQuery object, using this text function. So let's see now how it works. I'm going to reload this. Let's see how it works. Okay, so you don't see anything, but maybe because the text is black. So let's change that in our CSS. Let's create another rule called overlay p, and all the text is going to be color white. Great. So right now if we reload this, awesome. So right now, as you can see, we are just getting this caption. Great. And if you change the text of the alt attribute, you can see how we can use this. So actually we can add any text we want. Here we have the caption we already add. Okay, this is the functionality we wanted to build. As you can see, everything is working great. So go back, take a look to all what we did here in the copy file, take a look to all the methods we used, and try to practice, try to add more stuff to this overlay. So this is the last lesson of this stage. So go to the article of the video. You will find a link to the quiz, because there is jQuiz. So you can go here to the article, or in the description of the video you will find the link to the jQuiz. So go there and take the jQuiz, and don't forget to drop us a line on Twitter with the jQuiz hashtag. jQuiz. Okay, the next lesson we will create another functionality with jQuery for keep practicing. Um, I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave us a comment, or if you want just to say hello. See you the next stage, and as always, bye bye.